What's going on, guys? I am Coach Ty, and welcome to episode 48 of Keeping It Real with T&L. I'm here with the amazing Coach Lori, and today we're going to talk about something that doesn't happen often. The FDA admitting that they're wrong. And so what we're going to,
I know.
you just told me. I'll admit this is Coach Lori's episode, but it's obviously because she knows a lot about this topic that I don't know. So she's going to be shedding light, but obviously I'll be adding in. That said, the topic that we're going to be talking about, the FDA admitting they were wrong and lifting the black box warning on hormone replacement therapy.
Dude, true. This is the gender divide. Like, why would you care about menopause when you don't have ovaries? So,
Yeah, it's
I
like,
get it.
yeah, I'm not going around being like, hey, Lori, can you help me with my testicular cancer since you probably have so much experience with
My testicles.
Yes, from testicles.
I mean, it's told I'm ballsy, but I don't relate to you that way. I can. It's okay. It's really about time. And we're going to watch the rollback and these little black box warning labels. And, when you pull out a prescription or when you go get a COVID vaccine and they're like, here's all the things that can, and it like unfolds and it's like a map of the universe, but for your car. Yeah. And, and it's interesting because if you think about it, like decades and decades, women who don't know better or think outside of the white coats know everything box just suffer like fucking crazy with pre-menopause, menopause, and post-menopausal women. So it's a great time for women's health because it puts a spotlight on the fact that there's not much done with women's health, which we'll get into. And then hopefully now that we've finally gotten past the 1977 women can't be in medical study. Craziness.
Hear about that?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like I'm staying hopeful for the future that this is yet another step in the right direction from the administration and who they've appointed in different sectors of health and medicine, which is amazing.
Absolutely. No, I completely agree with that too. It's like I'm happy that things are starting to be looked at with almost I don't want to say like picking a side, but let's look at the facts here. Is this honestly good or bad? And then let's put the information out and let the people make a choice.
Absolutely.
As opposed to just damning everything and trying to just propagate fear and get everybody all worked up and getting them eating less, staying inside, and all the things that we know that they're trying to do to us.
Yeah.
But before we go to that, speaking of doctors and people who don't know what are how to solve problems, you solved the problem of a client who had probably gone to the doctor multiple times and they couldn't get the results that you were able to get her. Let's talk about this huge testimonial from Samantha in the Meccan Stronger program. This one was a big deal. I was actually happy about this. Hearing about it, but I'm going to let you talk about it.
It made my day. So first of all, like the small group special population programs that I've created a rollout are a team effort. Like you're coaching, Vinny's coaching, coming up in the new year, I'll be taking the women's peri-menopausal menopause program for the obvious reason that we women do that, right? And I'm pretty good at all this stuff. But what I love about it is that you have someone who before this program was literally told by coaches, like when she'd never lose weight, that she was just gaining muscle. And what sets MetFix programs apart from anything, and this is someone who's been in CrossFit for 13 years and a CrossFit gym that's been for 17, is that the nutrition at this level is unparalleled. So anyone that wants to act like, oh, I'm a RD, like registered dietitians are our class too, because they still go by the low fat, high carb, crazy food pyramid, macro only thing, and they miss what's really happening at a cellular level in the body. So when I onboard people to the program, they give me their most recent blood work, and hers was like 4 weeks old. She works at a lab, so she does it quite often. So that was fine. Within 4 weeks of starting the program, we're good. But we had a lot of things to roll back. So by just sort of slowly moving her towards a more ketogenic, or at least just to focus on meat and vegetables, nuts and seeds, right? We really don't need much starch at all. A little bit of fruit here and there. No sugar, no seed oils, like the mantra that we live by. She's lost like 20.
Dude, and not only that, let's talk and the A1C.
A1C dropped to 5.1, and it had been 90 days because her blood work was 4 weeks out. And then after 8 weeks in the program, she did it again. So we had her 90-day test on the A1C. and her insulin came down, and her BMI came down, and her body fat's coming down. And she put on some muscle. It is a stronger program.
Yes.
But she has many different health goals and personal goals within it. So we're just giving her like everything she needs for her body to work right again.
Exactly. And the thing that I love about this, well, obviously, I know that you're a pro with our whole fitness, wellness continuum.
Yeah.
But this is it being tracked on all of the levels. We are clearly seeing the inner making the changes.
Yes.
And we're also seeing the weight falling off as well.
Yes.
So we're hitting it on both avenues while she's moving that scale all the way from chronic disease or illness. She's going to go well past wellness into the fitness. And it's all happening through one program. It isn't like she has to come to one guy who's a personal trainer and then someone who's a nutrition coach and then someone who's like a life coach and all like that's there are people who
every coach possible
who try to hack like that.
Yeah.
And just go like back and forth, but yet and still this person was able to get all of those results through one program, one gym, one team.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. And you're not going to find anywhere else. Like I said, I was at people don't know this. I will put myself out there. So I still keep my Fitness 19 membership, and I will tell you guys why. There are certain days that it's a little bit cold outside. I don't want to run. So I do like to run inside sometimes. And the only treadmill that we have here is one of those treadmills that makes you actually work when you run. So
it's all right on the face.
that thing is like an uphill battle every day. So that's every now and then on a Sunday, I just want to jog. But that said, I walk in that gym a lot, and they have all their signs up. 20 personal training sessions for $45 or something crazy. Yeah.
That's crazy. Some race to the bottom.
A race to the bottom, yes. And not a lack on their part, but they literally offer because I asked. I was like, oh, what's next one like? And they were like, the coach trains you for 25 minutes. For each session, you get 25 minutes. We're going to put you through all the machines that we have upstairs, and then we'll put you through a nice little cool down. Okay. What else do I get?
20 minutes though? Like stop. Okay.
So that is what I want.
That's all you get.
Yes. And people are signing up for this thinking this is going to be the thing that changes everything.
They're not going to tell me I'm pretty?
No,
just 20 minutes on machine.
No.
They're not going to tell me. They're not going to slap me back. Lay out my head when I walk in. Carb loading.
Here's what's even worse. They probably won't even tell you that the Chick-fil-A is bad. They'll just let you go. And maybe they'll tell you every now and then, or maybe just twice a week. Who knows? But obviously, they're not going to be given the value that is being given here. And so I want people to realize that because there's no other gyms that are doing that right now. There is no other gym, at least in our 925 area, that I know that is offering a small groups program that has this many offerings when it comes to food, when it comes to fitness, when it comes to the mental aspect. But not only that, everything is tracked so you can see the progress and you're getting actual science-backed info, not nonsense, not theory that some coach read in some book when he was a kid and now is passing it on as his own knowledge. This is actual fact-based stuff.
Yeah.
And then
that's nuts.
Just because I'm not going to talk on this episode, but I'm just saying it because it came up yesterday. So one of my neighbors, actually, he saw me 2 weeks ago, and he's like, man, I wish I could look like you. As he was doing that, he was coming home. It was a Friday night, and he was taking out Domino's, and he was heading in. And all I said was, I'll be honest with you, bro. All I do, I don't eat that, and I don't drink that. And he was like, oh. Like, that was it. He just come to talk, yeah. And he was like, oh, okay.
Not what I wanted to hear.
Yeah. Anyways, so yesterday, I'm done coaching, and I'm walking back into my house. And I see him, and he's like, hey, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. What you said kind of hit me. And he was like, no one has ever with a straight face just looked at me and called me out. I was like, oh, well, that's up in your fat because you eat like that. And then you just walk away. He was like, it kept me, I thought about that for literally 4 days. And I freaking was like, I'm done. And he was like, that was it. He was like, after that, it was like just how he spoke to me freaking hit me. And then he said this. I went to the doctor and I told him I want to start a plan, and he told me not to eat red meat.
The world. Have a great day. Jesus Christ.
So
Seriously?
once again,
For the environment or for his heart? Because I hear that we got
for his heart.
Okay, because if we don't reduce red meat consumption by 90%, we're going to ruin the environment. I just read that yesterday.
Okay, so he was told his heart and his liver is why he shouldn't be eating beef. And this was one of those amazing moments where I was like, hey,
You're
I'm not going to argue with you because you don't know me like that. I will tell you what I eat, but then I also want you to go to brokenscience.com. And this is what you're going to get there. There's some stuff there that's going to tell you what the doctors say, and it's going to actually give you what the facts are. And if I tried to tell you, we'd be out here for 5 hours.
Yeah.
We got it done. But I was like, here's the website. I'm telling you, go on here. Red meat is not the enemy. And so, but I'm just bringing that up because now we have an actual platform that we could instantly give people this advice.
Yeah.
Hey, visit the Netflix website, visit BSI, get the facts yourself and see what's going on out there because we want everybody to get these results.
Yeah.
As simple as that. It's like Lori's client, Samantha, killed it because she now has all the right info that most people didn't have access to. And that's just like my neighbor. He's in this world. He just started 2025. He finally wants to take his health back. And he goes to the place that he trusts, which is a doctor. And they give him the info that's going to send him down an even worse road with his health. And he almost took him. It's like that, guys. That's how come we're trying to get this information out there. Because even now, you guys are navigating a treacherous Super Mario Land, for lack of better terms, trying to get to the finish line.
Yeah.
And there's Bowsers, there's mushrooms, there's things that are coming at you to stop you. Yeah, that's the white coats coming for you. So you guys have to be cognizant. But that said, if you want to sign up for one of the programs, obviously let us know. We're going to be launching a whole bunch 2026. So right now is the time. 5 programs on a nutrition 5-week program. There we go. Spark that actually helped MetFix create. Right? Yes. Yeah. It is. I have a small hand. Yeah. Yeah. And oh my God, I don't know how to get past this red meat story. I'm so freaking this right now. I almost want to go grab my grass-fed beef, stick out of my bag, and just eat it on camera, talking about my full everything. Red meat. Just to show it. Like, hey, who just PR'd today on deadlift? And who arts pluses and elite lifts in barbell and works out 6 days a week and gets up really good at workouts because today's like nonstop till, what's today, till like 7:30 p.m.? You do what you do and you feed yourself right and you're fine. Like, let's start with the truth. And that's really broken science. Like, let's start with the truth. Exactly. We have been fed some bullshit forever. And I feel bad for a lot of doctors because they don't know what they don't know. They're just fed the same shit. No nutrition training. They don't understand shit. But I'm gonna digress. Otherwise, there's gonna be a whole red meat episode, which it could be. Bring in a cow and just pet it. That's on me. Let's get back on topic. Okay, so there's been a shift in women's health. God damn. He's really off with that shit. The FDA has announced it will remove or is initiating the removal of the black box warning label for many hormone replacement therapy products used to treat menopausal symptoms. This is significant because the warning has loomed large over HRT for more than 20 years, far more than that, influencing both patient and clinician perceptions. So we're going to talk about what is actually changing, what's happening now, what it means for people, and important caveats of all of this. So go ahead. Do you tell us what HRT is? Because I'm stuck on red meat. Okay. So first off, guys, let's talk about what HRT is. Hormone replacement therapy is helpful to perimenopausal women who have gone through menopause and post-menopausal women. The use of progesterone, estradiol, and testosterone relieve symptoms like hot flashes, night sweats, mood changes, sleep disruptions, and a myriad of other side effects. Not only that, guys. So here's this. So based upon my understanding of this, the decades that doctors were operating on false information and caused an unimaginable amount of suffering to women.
Yeah. So I'll give you a real life example. My mom had bladder cancer when I was 11. So that's 37 years ago, right? And as a bladder cancer survivor, Kaiser, badge of honor, was like, you cannot do any estrogen, no matter how bad you're feeling with all these hormones. So in perimenopause means pre-menopause, right? So for some women, it can be an easy transition. Menopause is when you've gone a whole year without your period and you've completed that chapter of life, and now you're post-menopausal, right? But I can only assume from the horrible quality of foods and processed foods and things in our diet and all these new vaccines, all this stuff, it, my generation seems to be suffering greatly from perimenopause. And it can last like fucking 15 years. Your body starts changing. And what that is like your hormones start dropping, right? And so for my mom going through this, they were like, tough it out, partner. So she would literally go to that county East Mall in Antioch, do another batch of courage, her not even dead. And she would power walk the interior of the mall. And then she had a stationary cycle and just like bike. And through that, in the 1977 Weight Watchers plan, that was pre-points for like Taco Bell, like real food Weight Watchers, pre-GLP-1 of the heroes were 40 years old. She was able to like minimize the hell that is perimenopause through menopause and postmenopause. But what keeps me thinking is like, well, now that the tables have turned and we've had research, people have been looking into things for quite some time. There's Midi Health now. There's places like Viking Alternative where I'm getting my HRT for like 3 years. But know that the greater risk to women is letting everything just shit the bed and then go out into the world. And then you're at a higher risk of certain cancers than that.
Really?
We also know that estrogen should also be with progesterone to minimize any risk of breast cancer. Whether that stays true or not, that's what it is. But Kaiser won't give you progesterone with your estrogen. Even if you're on low dose birth control. And this pisses me off because they just can't get it right. There's nothing good I can say about them. But in any event, we'll know with my mom if her cancer comes back or, different things like we'll always wonder, oh, was it because she wasn't given the HRT that could have helped prevent this in the future because we didn't let her body completely tank and all the things that come with that.
Yeah.
Right? That's the easiest way I know how to explain it, really.
That's so crazy. So obviously we'll this black box warning lift and all that. Will that allow some of these things to be
Only if the doctors are trained on it. Like coaching.
So still, even with it lifted and
Yeah.
everything, it doesn't just mean that it's going to just start working out.
Yeah, because there's still doctors that are like, because again, they don't know what they don't know. So let's take something that all of our fitness people and parents know about, the growth plate bullshit.
Okay.
Oh yeah, my kids can't lift or play gymnastics. If they bust an elbow, their arm's going to be like this because it's not like deformed. Holy shit. That was like back in the 50s. And then in the 60s, they're like, there's really no efficacy. So you basing it on what happened to this one kid with all his other genetic issues. And then literally from 1985 to 2014 was like this fight to roll back the growth plate false study. I don't even know what you want to call it. Myth?
Yes.
Hope? It's like an X-file, but it's really not true.
Yeah.
And so even now, after 2014, they're like, just kidding. Nobody fucking hears about it. And this is why I get mad about all these falsified studies, or you'll see a medical journal article published on a study that never happened. Like, thank God for broken science and all these brilliant people that go back and data analysts and just call these people on the carpet for their bullshit.
Absolutely.
So if people still come in to our gym right now in 2025, and they're like, hey, what does CrossFit Kids entail? And you're like, well, it's like adult CrossFit with a lot more attention to form technique and only lifting what they can handle. Oh, never mind. I don't want my kids to damage their growth plates. This is the problem. Like, you put out these shit things and nobody gets caught up. No. Doctors, people, parents, and then we wonder why, well, amongst other things, health just keeps declining in this country. So I don't know how we'll know through our clients because we have Kaiser, John Muir, and people that go to private doctors through Blue Cross. We'll know if it gets better for them. But honestly, most everyone that I've worked with to help through perimenopause, like they have to go outside of their doctor to get HRT, and then they feel great.
What once they get it, then it's like this was this was the quote unquote missing link.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: honestly, how did we get here? Like we're obviously we hear about the trials, the testing, all of these studies that are supposedly being done all the time. We've already not yeah. So we've already talked about a few of those lies, but you would still think that this would be something that a group of some sort would be putting effort into either solving or trying to figure out, since everyone comes across it. So since there's so much since what do you think now? There's this. What's the reason? Like, why would this all of a sudden be like, let's approve it or let's roll it back? Is it? I just want to ask you: do you think it's because of this admin, or do you think? Okay,
yeah,
that's the main reason.
I mean, I really do, because it's always been the same shit, different admin for our health. And women's health is just like only important if it's the billions they make in helping with fertility, right? Oh. So the $1 billion question is if hormone replacement therapy was a high dollar thing, would somebody rolled it back? Who was president 20 years ago? I don't even remember. It's the same shit, different day. Clinton. Oh no! He was busy with interns. He didn't have time. Hey.
He was the girls.
Hey. There are more important things happening in those spots. Hey.
Bring forward to him, he was doing his part for the women.
It's the greatest episode ever. Someday, when my grandkids are old enough, I'm gonna have to watch it. It's a good one. Yeah, I think it always comes down to money.
I would say, yeah,
right, because how much money was put into like in vitro and all things to figure that out, and then how much money do people pay out of pocket? Yeah,
yeah. I know some cops who are like who wanted the family life real bad when they couldn't have it. They dropped 40, 50 grand down this thing.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's crazy. So I was going to say, so now that this is being changed and it's being rolled out, how long do you think it's going to, like, and I know that we're just talking now, but how long do you really think that it would take for this to finally reach the
masses? Yeah. Probably when Ashley's going through perimenopause and she's 17, it's going to take a couple decades, because it's how it works. Like every day, the media is spinning something else. Like the Epstein list. Fuck, guys, we're never going to see the unredacted one. Let it go. Let it go, Elsa. I'm just gonna literally, if we could just put the song from Frozen in, and we'll just sit here for a minute. Like, guys, we already know who's been to the island and raped the kids. Like, nothing's gonna happen. So stop. But that comes out, and then at least there's more transparency in the FDA. I'm trying to get to the bottom of vaccines and autism and the cause of autism and different things. And you have Bobby Kennedy, who's been suing Big Pharma and Monsanto for decades. True. This guy's been like for the American people for longer than I knew that this shit was happening. And I'm pretty dialed into what's going on in health.
Speaking of that, guys, I'm going to just a conspiracy theory out there.
Go ahead.
Look up Kobe Bryant, helicopter death. Find out who he was, what was going on in his life during that time, and who he was in conflict with. And that will tell you
everything you need to know.
How you got. Yeah. But okay. I'll drop that bomb.
We should do? We should just film us like binging X-Files, because all the episodes from decades ago, like really talk about what's already happened.
Oh, there's a few things I would love to do with that.
That's hella funny.
Do that.
Yes. So okay. Back to the HRT. Yeah. I think it's really just not important. Like women are important when they're childbearing ages, right? Mm-hmm. Which is why from the 40s to the late 20th century, most major medical studies could not include women that were possibly pregnant, or of childbearing age up to 50, which just excluded like everybody, right? Whoa. And it was officially issued in 1977. So much bad shit happened in 1977. I'm almost going to change my birth year on my birth certificate. It feels like a jinx right now. Senator McGovern from Idaho, the student, low carb, high fat.
Yep.
Oh God. So I mean, the thing is this: like, women have been excluded from health studies. There was actually, like, you can chat GPT or Google this right now. There was a study for a women's version of Viagra, which it just sounds funny, but all the women dropped out because the side effects were horrible. So they completed the study with men and then deemed it safe and effective for women.
Hold on.
I don't know. I'm still stuck on red meat, but go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like women's, yeah.
The women's Viagra.
Yeah.
Okay, so I remember this.
Yeah. And all the women dropped out of the clinical trial. They were like, dude, I'll just be like a tri-late pen. Let it go, Elsa. And then they just finished it on men who I didn't even bother reading because why do I care?
Yeah,
how something for women is affecting a man? That doesn't really tell me.
That doesn't make any sense
for me.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm going to do a study on childbirth pain and only put men in it.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I remember the little pink pill for women. That's crazy. And I never knew that every single one of them had dropped out and they used them in and still passed it on. I don't even understand.
It's still out there. I didn't even know until I heard about this through a medical society gathering beginning of the year. I was like, what, really? Holy shit. I have no idea.
I didn't know that. And that's not cool. And that's one of those things that should be almost an eye-opener to be like, they really don't care. They're like, no, okay, the experiment didn't work out. We still need to come up with a way to get this out there. The fucking funding's been done. We obviously have the product. Let's do whatever it takes to push it. And at the cost of other people's health.
Yeah.
That is literally what it's almost like, hey, middle class people, I don't want to say it, but you guys are the lab rats.
We are. Yeah.
So it's terrible. It's crazy that a company would knowingly say, fuck it, put it out there anyway.
Yeah.
Knowing that every woman who was taking it had such terrible side effects that they dropped out.
But I mean, think about it on a larger scale. What vaccine came out?
Oh yeah, that's true. That's nothing of it.
4 years later, people still getting it like it's helping.
Yeah.
Keep dying. So I don't know. Like, it's like labeled not even a vaccine anymore. And it's not even recommended for anyone anymore. People are still like.
I still hear people here talking about that nonsense.
And then they're sick all the time. But I mean, talk about experiments.
Oh, and that should be. I don't know why we don't talk about that at our gym. There should be a list of the people who've gotten every vaccine, and then a list of people who've got none of them, and then put them side by side and look at their health and see where each of them stand now. Because that would be a pretty good science experiment, and we all know who's been taking it and who hasn't.
Yeah.
So it's clear.
There's a whole causation and correlation, all different ways of looking at things. But when 100% of the time the people that get COVID are vaccinated, everybody I know, and there have been unvaccinated that get it, but the PCR tests are reliable. So I don't even really know if it exists or if anyone's ever had it. So there's that too. But I digress. So we're going to talk about like really medical inequality at this point, right? Like it's crazy.
No, absolutely. It is out of control. So there's obviously no denying the disparity in medical equality. So what does this mean for women going forward? Do we think that the future of women's health is now going to be more on the help them out, get them what they need? Or?
I hope so. Like it's wild. You'll see all these Me Too and feminists like flipping out over just polarization of things and media driven things, but where are they with this? Like maybe like put on your little pink vagina hat and talk about women's health. I don't know. Like do it. I know in our community, like yes, we will make a difference for the women that come through this gym and go through the programs or work with me one-on-one. Like you will absolutely fare well. But we need to keep talking about it and not on some shit show like The View where I'm screaming and brain dead. We need like women sharing experiences, women asking for it, women demanding it, women going into their doctor. And this is a thing too, like everybody, be passive and respect your doctor. Like respect is earned, not given. I'll go in there, but if I ask you a question like, well, why won't you run my fasting insulin? Or why won't you give me progesterone, or why won't you run the blood work that I had to pay to run to see how low these were? Like I had no free tests. That why am I doing this? Well, there are no tests for that, really, because you run the same test for people trying to get pregnant. Uh-oh. So then put it in my file that you're refusing to run my blood work and refusing to give me HRT and still feeding me the bullshit that I'm going to get cancer from it. Like, maybe we have to like put it in my file, document it. I want to document it because I really don't know what else to do for people. Like, you're just going to have to get a little bold. Yeah. And you don't have to drop F-bombs. Like the law enforcement else, we're just going to cuss all the time, really. I mean, like we are. Yeah, and you're a more confident person. Like you're not afraid to step up to a doctor and call them all the shit because you're educated and you know what's up. Like they're not going to pull the wool over your eyes. Yeah. And I just feel that there's people who automatically hear the title and see the white coat and get intimidated. And like, in this is someone who's superior to me, and I'm going to just do what they say because that's basically how they've been conditioned to think since they were kids. Right. This is the doctor. She's the one who cares about your health. Right. And so and here, think of this analogy. Everyone talks back with like Chat GPT is only as good as the people putting in the information. Facts. Right? Remember when we asked about Ross? Oh, yeah. And it had it backwards, and I was like, how do we change this? They're like, we don't. And I'm like, so your doctor is only good as the people that wrote that book, Grey's Anatomy, and all the things that he or she studied. And they don't have time for continued education, especially when they work for a place like Kaiser, where every 15 minutes they get so many. It's like a revolving door. It's like the Ford assembly line of humans. So much so that you can't even get an in-person appointment most of the time. Now they do teledoc. So quite literally, I realized because of COVID, the last time Ashley had a well check, which is pretty pointless anyways, but at least you get their weight and stats and blood work to see how they're progressing health-wise. It was 2019 because then COVID hit. And we didn't go to a doctor because nobody got sick and no one was getting the vaccine. So we just figured it out and we're fine. Fine. But she's 17 and 3/4 because she'll be 18 in March, basically. And so I went on to ultralabtest.com and ordered this, CBC, the lipid, and the suspected insulin resistance. And tomorrow at 8 a.m., we'll go do her fasting blood work and I'll be her doctor. Because why am I going to call her insurance and then get put off for weeks to talk to someone over the phone for a wellness check? It's not right. And then they're going to look at BMI. Like, it's so crazy. Between a psyche scan and the blood work, anyone can order online. You have everything you need. And you have go get a white coat. I'm going to say, and you have way more than what you're going to get anywhere else. Yeah. So I'm not going to interrupt too cool. Yeah, no. So it's just like these are the things where, if you go to a doctor and they tell you not to eat red meat and they tell you canola oil is good for your heart, like my neighbor that had the heart attack, no red meat ever again and canola oil is your jam. And I'm like, why don't they just take you out at the bastard? Put you down. Yeah, exactly. Execution on your knee. Literally. That leg port's going down quick. And then you're just like, oh my God, how do we get them up to speed? But then at the end of the day, if they make you healthy, then the hundreds of billions off the statins and blood pressure medication, and now they want to put everyone on GLP-1 indefinitely. I mean, there's so much money in that. And that's exactly why we're here. No one will ever, why, if it were really about health and there was this plethora of information to prove or disprove the hypotheses out there, why are Stanford, Harvard, Purdue, why are all these places getting just nailed to the cross, busted for all their falsified studies and fake medical journals based on bullshit? Exactly. That's my question. Like, I'm not that bright. My master's degree, I'm not a doctor. But I heal everyone, but doctors can't. Why is it that easy? Because it's common sense. It's root cause. It's the blood work that matters. Right? It's understanding health at the mitochondrial level with food. And it's actually talking about it openly. And people can sit here and be like, damn, this bitch is done. And I was like, you'll come see me when you're sick. I'll be here for you when they call me back. I'll help you. Because they won't. No. Have you ever met a doctor that has taken a type 2 diabetic off their meds, even when they're no longer type 2?
No.
Because I'm fighting with one right now for an 18-year-old,
Yeah.
not diabetic.
I'm literally watching these doctors kill my grandfather. They don't care. They don't care.
They don't care. They don't, because they're told to do things a certain way, and they're taught certain things that have for decades been debunked, demystified.
Yeah, mystified.
Like, and yet there's never any retraining of things. So continued education is the most important thing across the board, right? So all the women watching this, or men whose wives are going through it and want to understand why your wife is so different now, or whatever, like just there's stuff that will educate you out there. There are programs there for women. We're gonna have 6 women in a small group, peri-menopause and menopause training. The right kind of training for the body, for your cycles, for your energy, for the hormone fluctuations, the foods that help minimize the hormone fluctuations, how getting cortisol down and putting DHEA in the system will balance that testosterone that women need too. Like, just things that you'll never hear. You'll never hear this from your doctor.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's the whole entire menopausal stuff. Lori was pushing that way before Netflix was even.
Oh, yeah.
She's always been on that, and obviously cracking the code to solve it and help other females who have been joined with that in our own gym. So I don't know, like, this is she's had the facts on this prior to anything that's ever come out, and she stood on it this entire time. So this isn't something that just because this ban is lifted, that's not why she's always talking about it. She's been preaching this since I've been here since 2020.
Yeah.
So obviously, like this is where she's kind of passionate about, which is why I was happy that she led this talk. But as you guys can see, there's a reason that she's passionate, because they are basically sending females off to die. They're not giving them the advice that they need, and they're not giving them what they need to solve this problem. And that is fucking scary. That's not cool.
Scary, yeah.
Yeah. And then what's even worse, when you ask for it, they'll straight cut you at the knees and be like, no. So this is how come, guys, females, if you have any questions, obviously reach out to Coach Lori or just rewatch this episode. Take the notes on the questions that you should be asking your doctor. That's what we should start to do, is come up with our doctor recommended questions that you should be asking.
It's a performance for doctor videos. Yeah. Could you imagine?
Yeah, like go to your own and say, hey, what's the deal with my insulin, bro? What's the deal with this? Like, actually know with confidence. So even if you went back and just watched the last like 6 episodes, you will see everything that we told you guys. This is what you need to be watching out for, and this is what you need to call them out. You got anything else for them?
No, I guess, and this isn't just for women, even though this episode is for women, a real woman with ovaries. Because it's like that. I get tired of that too, because just fucking leave women alone and take care of them. Please give us our sports back. Do all the things for women, because without us, there would be no life until you've created some chamber to grow, feed us without us, and then you really don't need us at all, right? Then even maybe to cook and clean. I'm just kidding. Sexist joke inserted to be funny. You have to know your worth, okay? Everybody's important. And when you realize that, you start taking care of yourself better. And this is really a mindset shift talk at the end of this episode that was full of like craziness and cussing and frustration over red meat and hormone replacement therapy. But once you know your worth, it's immeasurable. You'll take care of yourself. You'll work out. You'll find time. You'll eat right. You'll go to the doctor and you'll stand your ground, and you'll demand that they provide the care that they took the Hippocratic Oath to do. Right? So know your worth. You're not going crazy during peri-menopause. It feels like a freaking shit show until you get under control. I get it. Food hacks for anyone that isn't close by or doesn't want to work remotely with me. Carnivore was like that last piece of the puzzle that reset the hormones for me. I don't even think I know I'm obviously in peri-menopause, working towards menopause, but I can't remember the last time I had a symptom that I had all the time. Even on HRT, you still have certain things that bother you twice a night, or you can't fall asleep, or whatever. There's 2 pages worth of symptoms, right? It's like a catch-all with that. So know your worth. Demand the respect that you deserve when you go to your doctor. And if your doctor can't like meet the minimum standards, just get a new one.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
Get a new one.
Get a new one. You're not married to that person.
That's a good point.
You have to divorce him. You just call up your insurance and be like, who else who's not a douchebag is practicing in the area?
Yeah.
and the 94583, let's go. And then find a new one and interview them before, and if it's not good enough, then move on to the next. Like find someone who will care about you as much as you do, even if it's just within the 15 minutes they have with you in the office, because that's the least they can do is give a shit when you're sitting in the room with them telling them what's going on. Yeah.
So I'll be honest, I wish that people would nitpick doctors like they nitpick fitness trainers.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Seriously. But anyways, guys, that's all we have. Thank you as always for joining us. And don't forget, keep it classy, San Ramon. If you guys are watching this on a Wednesday, have a happy Thanksgiving.
Take care.